Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mark from Saw Gaming, and today I'm going to be talking about Xbox Scorpio release date, price, final spec, 4K, and everything we need to know about it. This is a link from the usgamer.net articles, and this is a guide from Huron Sire, who I used to love reading their reviews because they were just so damn accurate when the game came out. So it starts off by saying, Microsoft's next console is slated to be the most powerful thing on the market. Here's everything we need to know on Project Scorpio's release date, price, spec, and games. And it starts off with, Xbox Scorpio was first revealed in the world at E3 2016, shown off by Microsoft as the company attempted to gain foothold on the modern race for the native 4K gaming. The reveal happened when, before the release of Sony's PlayStation 4 Pro, a machine which provides a combination of native and upscaled 4K gaming, will regularly update this page to make sure it's up to date with the latest information on Scorpio, including Scorpio release date and Scorpio price. I'm really interested to seeing what the Xbox Scorpio's price will be, because I honestly, with all the things, I've done a tech rundown, and it's definitely going to be more than $500 to $600, maybe even $700 due to marketing value right now today. If it were to release today, marketing value would insist that it would be at least $600. Otherwise, Microsoft would lose money. So it's going to be a more expensive investment than you would on any other platform. If you say you got a PC, it would definitely cost less. Probably run more efficiently for the cost that you would pay for the Xbox Scorpio. Moving on to the Xbox Scorpio release date, at the time of reveal at E3 2016, Microsoft stated that Xbox Scorpio release date was holiday 2017. Since we haven't heard any further information from Microsoft since the announcement to contract this initial release window, we will continue to assume that the Scorpio will be released near the end of 2017. Alright, that would be a good move for Xbox to do. Microsoft would definitely get a pretty big selling if it was at the end of the year, because everyone knows Santa Claus comes by and your parents cough up big money for that shit at the time of the year. Moving on to the Xbox Scorpio price. These are only predictions, by the way. Microsoft has yet to reveal Xbox Scorpio price, but it has made hints to suggest that it might be on the high end of console pricing. Despite this, Phil Spencer has stated that he is very much to see a Scorpio as aiming for a console price point when speaking to us gamers, and that the Scorpio won't aim to compete with higher-end PC models in terms of raw computing power. In their visit to Microsoft's Redmond campus to see Xbox Scorpio running, Digital Foundry offered an educated guess that due to the nature of the technology involved in the Scorpio bringing together running games at native 4K, a price point of $499 might be likely. Alright, that's a little low, Foundry, even for you guys. What the fuck? Okay, so first off, they said they wouldn't be competing with the high-end PCs. Of course not, because high-end PCs could do well over 4K already. They could do 4K at a much higher frame rate than any console would have, and when it comes out, it'll probably be able to 6K or 5K would probably be a new venture, if you will, because this is almost a year away, 3/4 of the year away. Another thing is, these are just educated guesses, and I want to say, Digital Foundry, as much as I like you guys, that's not a very educated guess whenever you do stuff like that. Of course, the pricing of the console would have to be higher because of marketing value. They just said it would take around $500 just to make. So when you go out and buy this thing, it might be $700. That's the only way they would make sufficient money. Moving on to the Xbox Scorpio Spec 4K Gaming article. In an article published on April 6, Digital Foundry had a full scoop on the tech specs of upcoming Scorpio console. Obtained during the visit at Microsoft's headquarters in Redmond, they say the GPU has 8 custom cores, x86 cores, clocked at 2.3 gigahertz. That's a pretty low clock. And I don't think that'd be an Intel processor either, because it'd be too costly. So they might have an AMD FX 8800, still better than the Xbox One and Xbox One S processor. But what the fuck? That's a very low clock, guys. 2.3 gigahertz? What are you trying to run? Okay, shit. That's impressive if you can play games at that clock ratio. It must be a powerful CPU because that's a very slow clock. Moving on to the GPU, it has 40 customized compute units clocked at 1172 gigahertz, which is pretty standard for some graphics cards in the high quota. And what I mean by that is at least they'll be able to be playing 1440p at 4K. Most 4K cards would have to have about a 1100 to 1200 gigahertz clock rate. A total of 12 gigabytes to GDR5 RAM. 1 terabyte of 2.5-inch hard drive. As standard is 50% faster than the Xbox One, but they don't give us a speed. What the fuck? Those are the Scorpio specs that we got. I wish they released more detailed things because I only see compute units and I don't see any CUDA cores, which is definitely going to tell me what graphics card there is. I think that's what they're afraid of. That's what they're afraid of saying. We're going to give you a bunch of CUDA cores, but we're going to take a few back, and it'll be pretty much an insight on what graphics card they have in there, and then you make your guess on what would be better purchasing, an Xbox Scorpio or a PC, at what price. They didn't have released yet. I don't think they'll release until the holidays, to be honest. Xbox Scorpio versus PS4 Pro. They actually put this in there, and I'm going to put this in another video because I had another article that's all about that. But the Xbox Scorpio is said to pack 6 teraflops of gaming power compared to the PS4's 4.2 teraflops. The PS4 Pro comes with a standard Blu-ray drive, meaning it can't play Ultra HD Blu-ray movies. Oh, they're shooting shots fired, dude. It says they're like they can't play Ultra HD Blu-ray movies. They can't play 4K. Fuck these guys. Damn. Okay. Shit. Since the Xbox One S comes with an Ultra HD Blu-ray drive as standard, it's expected that the Scorpio will also have more featured modern drive needed to play 4K Blu-rays. Jesus Christ. They're just getting these little pokes and jabs in at Sony. Holy crap. The exclusive deep dive from Digital Foundry on the tech specs of the Scorpio don't give us much more than insight on how the Scorpio will compete with the PS4 Pro, but we do know that like the PS4, the Scorpio will be able to make checkerboarding. This will be used to boost resolution of games and fall beneath 900p on the Xbox One. Oh, that's bad. They're gonna be using checkerboarding on the fucking Xbox One. I mean, on the Scorpio. They don't need to use checkerboarding. What the fuck? Okay, that doesn't make sense. But I'll just keep reading. Games that currently render at 1080p should be able to be converted into run native 4K without too much trouble, demonstrated by Microsoft showing Digital Foundry Forza 6 running at the Scorpio at 4K. Yeah, but there's one issue with that, guys. One, you're only referencing what Digital Foundry says, so either that, you only have one source that tells you all this shit's good, and two, when you upscale resolution, it will not be true native. So this whole native 4K bullshit is just a lie unless they make a Scorpio game native 4K. That's one issue with what they're talking about. They're also talking about the Xbox Scorpio games, which I honestly don't think would matter at all because, as we all know, all the Xbox One exclusives are on the fucking PC too. So I really want to know what they're going to say about this. Although the Xbox Scorpio is many times more powerful than the current Xbox One, no shit. Head of Microsoft, Phil Spencer, has stated that the Scorpio will run with no exclusive games, meaning that any games made with the Scorpio must be made for the inferior computing power of the Xbox One. Wow, shit. That's like a big fuck you to everybody who has an Xbox One, but it's also a fuck you to yourself, because that also means that your exclusives will still be on the PC, you dumbasses. In addition to this, Xbox Scorpio will be fully backwards compatible with the Xbox 360, meaning that any current and featured titles that Microsoft incorporate into backwards compatibility scheme will be added to the libraries of games featured on the Xbox Scorpio. In the months following the initial reveal of the Xbox Scorpio, Microsoft announced that the Scorpio would be sharing user interface with the current Xbox One, meaning apps, Cortana, and background music will all be arriving to the new console when it eventually launches. So you're still running these inferior apps on an inferior console, and you're just gonna bring it over. So it's gonna be a slightly better thing. Yeah, that's not enough to with someone as much as insight as I have. Yeah, that's not enough to make me want to buy a Scorpio. I don't even know enough about it, to be honest. And they're saying that they published to be, let's see, I can't read that. Oh, this is what Digital Foundry said. Xbox One games running at capped 30 frames per second, just jumping to 60 frames on the Scorpio. That's it. 30 to 60 frames on 1080p. No, it says Xbox One title, meaning that the games will hit their target on 1080p without dropping resolution. As seen in titles such as Halo 5 and Witcher 3, loading times will be cut thanks to faster hard drive in a Scorpio. Wow, that's disappointing. And they have a very small segment to end this video with. I'm going to talk about the virtual reality. They have a very small segment on that. It says, all mention of virtual reality was recently removed entirely from the official Project Scorpio website, although Microsoft did state in a recent interview with GameSpot that the possibility of virtual reality is still very much on the roadmap of the console. And it's saying be sure to keep checking on the page. They keep updating it. Okay, guys, I'm going to link this in the description down below if you guys want to read the article for yourself. I pretty much went over everything and skipped a few minute details that really don't matter. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you still getting an Xbox Scorpio or not? And if so, tell me your reason why, because I really want to know your insight on this thing. After all, this has been Mark from Fuck Me All in the Ass Gaming. Oh man, I'm serious. Okay, fuck it, whatever. This has been Mark from Saw Gaming. Thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Forget the rate because that doesn't happen anymore. And share this video to your friends and fellow YouTubers. Until then, see you next time.